Hello, welcome to Wednesday. I thought about not playing that song, to be honest with you.
Why? America spoke.
No, America is not America anymore.
America spoke.
America is not America anymore. Have you been paying attention? I mean, I know that you don't go out a lot and stuff, but you know what's going on here. And I know how you feel about stuff, and I get it. So you are on the opposite side of me on a lot of things.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm an issue guy though. I look, as far as yesterday, I'm gonna be honest. I did not go vote because I did not care. Honestly, I didn't care. I didn't give two shits about abortion, and I honestly didn't give two shits about weed either. I mean, I made the argument, but the point is, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do anyway. I don't give a flying fuck what their laws are. I'm gonna do it. Fuck them.
And see, here's the problem that I have. I don't give a shit about the weed thing. In fact, I looked up, my dad should be happy. I looked up weed helps diabetes, so I'm going to smoke the shit out of it now. So it's legal. So
when is it officially legal?
I don't know. I'm assuming today. I don't
know. Today.
I am going to qualify this. This will not be a clean show. But here's the deal. At some point, we're going to pay for all this mess, dude. We're going to pay. And I don't mean to start off the show religious and I think it's the end of the world. But if you have any kind of thought that there is a God, but I know you took theology.
Yeah, I do.
Sure. God's going to fucking kill us all, and he's going to be pissed about it. And we are all going to pay a heavy price. I sat there today and last night, and I was looking through Facebook, and I defriended probably 20 people that I know.
Really?
Because they were celebrating the fact that it's now legal to kill babies. We'll talk about the weed and all I'm sure at some point today, but they were celebrating the fact that it's now legal to kill babies. It's legal. It's okay now to kill babies up until the day of birth.
Right.
And, like today, we had some moron caller calling to Bob Francis show who decided to say, well, it's not alive until it comes out of the vagina.
Oh, shut up.
That was his actual statement.
Yeah. That's look, and I'm pro-abortion. And that being said, you got to acknowledge what you're doing. That guy there saying it's not killing until it comes out, get the fuck out of here. It's absolutely killing. When you have an abortion, you're killing. Admit it. Stop using words to justify what you're saying. Well, if you're for it, then use the word. Say, I want to kill babies. I'm for it. I will openly say it. I will kill babies. I'm for killing them.
And see, that's where, at least you have the balls to say that. And most people don't have the balls to say it. Most people will skirt around it and call it a fetus. They'll call it whatever they want to call it.
Collection of cells.
They will do whatever they can to ignore the fact that it's killing a baby.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It is, of course.
If you're going to be for it, at least have the courage like you do to say, I am for killing babies. I am for the destruction of a baby's body and killing it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be for it, at least be proud of it.
Yeah, admit and that goes to any crime. Admit what you're doing. Just admit what you're doing. Don't tell me that if you're a pedophile that you have a disease or you have a mental defect. No, you like fucking kids. If you're about killing babies, I don't want to hear the abortion word. Use the terms. I'm for killing babies. Say the words.
And I just was looking at how far we've come as a country, and by far, I mean regressed and become a bunch of animals.
Yeah.
That now we celebrate a criminal like George Floyd, who is a drug addict, a criminal, a thug, and deserved what he got, quite frankly.
Sure.
Hate me for saying it, but deserved what he got. It was high and everything else when he got arrested, and everything. He was a scumbag piece of shit. But we celebrate him in this country.
Yeah, there's a statue, isn't there?
For him. There's a statue of him. That's what we celebrate in this country. Those people last night who were celebrating this outcome of this election are the same people that will march in the streets for George Floyd, protest, burn down cop buildings, and hurt people because they want to celebrate a thug, drug addict loser.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who you are.
Yeah.
And a loser. I'm sick of dealing. Quite frankly, in my life, I'm sick of dealing with drug addict losers. but he deserved what he got.
Right.
And these people are celebrating the killing of children.
Well, it's become a game now. It's not. All reality is gone. You know, if you're celebrating any vote, abortion being one, but I'm talking about any vote. If you're celebrating Biden winning or Trump winning or abortion or weed or whatever it would be, potholes being fixed in your street, whatever it would be, you're just trying to be on the winning team. You're trying to roll double sixes. You're not actually engaged in what it's supposed to be about, which is about the betterment or the lack of betterment of your environment. It's all a game now. It's just a fucking game.
Cheryl was a caller to the show today, and I've been texting with her back and forth sometimes today. And she's right. And on so many different levels, she's right. But we can tear down history. We can tear down the statue of George Washington.
Yeah. And replace it with George Floyd.
Build one for George friggin' Floyd. Satan is a liar. Yeah. Look, I hate to turn this religious, but I'm telling you, we are going to pay a heavy price when this is all said and done. If you look at what's going on right now, when you have people actually vote, I literally had to sit there. I know you didn't go vote, but I literally had to sit there in a box in a church yesterday, no less, and fill out a bubble to decide whether we are going to vote on killing babies or not killing babies. That's what we've come to in this country. We've come to in this country where there are protests every single day now on college campuses because they're destroying people's minds there, with people that are actually protesting Israel. They're supporting terrorists. They're holding swastikas up in the air, and they're supporting terrorism. We have a country now where you can pick your own gender. You can just decide one day, I am not a man anymore. I'm going to go with this.
Yeah.
That's okay. We have fucked everything up so royally in this country that there is no turning back. And I hate to say it, but there are people on the left, I can't talk to you anymore. I went through my Facebook last night and I saw some of these posts.
Right.
I saw people that were actually friends of Triv that were sitting there, and I knew them for years as callers. And I was friends with them on Facebook, and they said, thank God we supported what we supported, and issue 1 passed. I said, click. I said, thank you. I love the fact that you support killing babies. At least say it.
Huh?
And then I hit unfriend. I can't be friends with these people. There was a girl that I've been friends with since I worked at Hooters, man. Like, we're talking 26 years ago. 27 years ago. And I had to unfriend her because she was saying, oh, thank God, women's rights were finally passed. You are a fucking moron.
Women's rights.
Women's rights, you have every right. Oh, women's reproductive rights. Nobody's stopping you from reproducing. I hate to tell you this. You can reproduce all you want. You just shouldn't kill the baby. Nobody's stopping you from reproductive rights. You can get a doctor for anything you want to get a doctor for. That wasn't in the bill. If you had any kind of knowledge at all, if you read the damn bill even a little bit, you would understand what it said. But most people are morons. They're sheep. They see an ad on TV, and that's what they follow. That's what they look at. That's the only thing that they look at. So they spent $35 million here. George Soros and everybody on the left spent all that money and all these ads over here. They even got a priest, of all people, a minister in Columbus, to go along with it and say, hey, this is the right thing to do and vote yes on issue 1. A priest, a minister in Columbus, said that he was for the killing of babies.
Sure.
And that's what the left is
evil. Well, he didn't say that. He used every term other than that.
Yeah, the left is evil. There is no other way around it. The left is absolutely evil. They're teaching our children evil.
Right.
They're teaching our children evil in schools. They're teaching the kids evil on TikTok. They're teaching the kids evil. It's not the parents. We had a discussion the other day, and I think we were completely wrong. We were wrong. It's not the parents. The parents aren't the ones doing this. It's the educators that are doing it. It's the social media that is doing it.
You think it's solely the social media and the schools?
I think, look, I'm as big a fan of TikTok as anybody, man, because I like looking at the girls that are dancing around, and I like looking at the stuff that I like looking at. But that's what it does. Yeah. TikTok actually goes and finds your preferences from everything that you're looking at, whether it's on your phone, your computer, whatever, and they will send you stuff that you look at. They will gear it towards you. They will gear it towards your age. And so when a kid is on there, they gear this shit towards your age and towards what they think you're going to want.
Well, sure.
My daughter.
Who puts that phone in their hands?
Of course, the parents. And so
you got to take some responsibility.
Okay, what? So now we got to get 300 million people to get rid of their kids' phones. I understand it's a problem, but it's tougher to.
I get that it's tougher. Nobody said raising a kid was easy. I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to be confrontational on this one because I sort of agree with you for the most part on this. I'm saying we can't forgive ourselves and blame everybody else. We got to take some of that blame. That's what I'm saying.
We understand. Believe me, I understand that you got to take some of that blame. But I know for a fact that what I teach and what I believe in my own household, and I know that is not what is being taught in other places. I know it isn't. I see it, and it pisses me off.
Sure.
And we're raising an entire generation of morons that doesn't understand the difference between killing a baby and what they call abortion and women's rights. They don't understand the difference between women's rights and killing a child.
Bigger picture, and I'm just going to bigger picture for a minute, but do you think that this generation at all, on any level, values life just in general?
No.
I don't either. That's why I don't think the baby thing is a big issue at all to these people, because it's not even, to them, it's just a, it's just a fancy word, abortion. It's a word that doesn't click to them. But they're of the generation that, grew up Columbine up. They're used to seeing people get killed and not having any value for it. They're the same ones that are not upset about that fucking manifesto the other day. They think that there was some right things said in that manifesto the other day.
And there are people out there like that.
Of course.
Cheryl, I'm just going to say, Cheryl, again, I absolutely love you, and I appreciate you joining us tonight and your comments. Parental rights are gone now also. They are. That's part of this bill. Now, if you're a child, you can go get an abortion if you want to without your parents even knowing. You can do whatever you want. You can get puberty blockers if that's what you want to do. If somebody rapes you, the rapist can take you now to an abortion doctor and get an abortion. You can do whatever the hell you want to do now, and parents aren't even included in the decision. They have stripped parents of their rights in this bill. They have done everything you could possibly do that is evil in this bill, and nobody cares. People voted for it. They said yes. They actually had to sit there in a booth, fill out the bubble that says, yes, I'm going to vote for this. Parental rights should be gone. We should be able to get an abortion up until the day of birth, and this is okay in my world.
Yeah. No argument. That is what it said.
I mean, that's the way it is. I wouldn't blame God if he came down right now and just struck everybody down and said enough is enough. This experiment is over. The experiment is over. We are lost as people. What the message is gone. We fucked it all up. We blew everything up. Everything is done. He gave us free will. We fucked it up. There's no other way around it. We have made so many bad decisions. This place is going to burn.
Well, if you believe in Christianity and you believe in the Bible, this is all part of the game, man. It's not even end times yet. This isn't even part of the end times yet. This is the pre.
It's got to be the end times.
It's not.
This has got to be close to the end times.
It ain't. End times don't start till people start disappearing, my friend.
Well, they're going to start soon. I can't see it. How much worse can it get?
Don't challenge. Don't challenge.
I am now. I'm challenging now because last night I actually sat there after this, happened, and I realized that now killing babies is okay in the state of Ohio. We've become California, basically, which is outrageous. I always wanted California to break off, fall in the ocean, and now we are California, a bunch of maniac losers that it's okay to kill children. People love abortion. I don't know what it is. Bob said it today, and he said it exactly right. Americans love killing babies. I don't know why. I don't know why it is. Look at the baby that's behind me. I put it up there for a reason. People love killing it. They love ripping its head off and its arms off, legs off, crushing the skull, sucking the fluid out, and they enjoy it. They think it's okay and fantastic. There are people that I know that were friends of mine that I am no longer friends with.
Yeah.
But we fucked it all up. We made this world a shithole, and there is no turning back. There isn't. I thought there was. I was very...
Remember, I said that, 6 months ago? Yeah, I said we were Mad Max. We were on our way to Mad Max, and you were like, no.
I sat there, and I wanted to be patriotic, and I wanted to think, okay, we can turn this around. We just need somebody to be in charge and say, okay, enough is enough. We can turn this around. We can't. No. It's over. It is over. And so, you know what? I decided last night, again, as I was saying, when this came down, I decided I'm rooting for it. I'm now rooting for the end. I don't want to die. I want to see the end because I want people to actually sit back. And I wonder if some people will, I'm assuming, but I want to see the assholes who voted for all this stuff that decided that, dancing naked on poles with rainbow flags draped around them in front of kids is okay. I want to see all this come to an end and the world burn and maybe have them go, maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. Maybe I fucked up. I'm rooting for the end.
You might get to see it.
I want to see it. I want to see the people that voted for all this stuff. I want to see them go, oh, shit, I really made a mistake here.
Well, you won't see that. Nobody's ever going to admit to making a mistake. They'll blame everybody else, just like they do now.
Whatever. I want to see it because it's a spiral that I don't think we can get out of. I wanted to. I want to see the good times. I want to see the country get back to being patriotic and love each other and fight for one nation. There is no one nation under God anymore. The Pledge of Allegiance is worthless.
Well,
we have a bunch of maniacs in this country that will vote for murder and support George Floyd. It's over.
Well, the unfortunate thing, though, is you won't get to watch it because the truth of the matter is the way it ends for people in the United States is in camps as slaves and as like Nazi camps. Because while we get weaker by the day with every stupid decision that is made and everybody is glad handing, the other countries, the Chinas of the world and whatnot, they don't put up with this bullshit.
No.
And they will come in and just mow everybody over and either kill or capture everybody. That's how it ends for the United States. It's not going to end with some glorified looking up from the heavens and seeing the great Satan being coming down and saving certain people and killing other people. It's going to end in Chinese camps getting bullets in the head. That's how it ends.
Everyone will have to stand before God and answer before. I think so. And I've never said I'm perfect. God knows I'm not. I make a lot of stupid mistakes. I've made a lot of stupid mistakes. But you know what I'm not? I'm not a child murderer. That I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I take pride in that.
I'm not. I didn't vote
support it.
I support it, but I've never actually killed one. Thank God I've never had to.
Yes, Natalie is correct. Yes. Tax dollars will pay for this. There will be tax dollars. It's going to be publicly funded abortions.
Yeah.
So they're going to take some money out of my checks for killing babies. I don't want that. If you voted for killing babies, there should be a jar or something like a tip jar where you can put your money in, and like the abortion doctor's office, you go there and you can put as much money as you want in to support killing of babies. I don't want my money going towards that. In fact, I'm going to ask the left to send me money that I have to pay for abortions because I don't want to pay for killing of babies.
Well, they're just going to tell you that it's your responsibility for the safety and the well-being of the rape victim.
I don't know. Only one is yes. Let's see what Rick has to say. The asses that voted for it are easy to spot. I'll wear masks to hide behind their identity. I mean, if you want to make this, I guess, a positive anyway, I'm going to try to put a positive spin on this. I did see this earlier from a guy that I know, and I guess he's right. The good thing about this murdering of children that is going to happen, if there is a good thing, there's not, but if you want to take a spin on it, is that most of the people that are going to do it are going to be on the left. So that means less fucktards that we have to deal with going forward.
Yeah, the next generation may be far stronger than this fucking band of pussies.
And I apologize, Cheryl, for the language. Sorry.
I don't.
I know you don't. But I don't understand the country anymore. And Triv had that great saying, living in a world I don't understand. And that was so true, and it's true even more now. If that poor guy was alive to see what was going on now, holy shit, I can only imagine the shows.
Yeah, I'd imagine he'd have been losing his mind daily.
But I don't get it. I don't understand where we've gone wrong. I don't understand where the left. Okay, Democrats became not Democrats anymore. They became progressive, radical, insane people, and for some reason, other people are following them. For some reason, they're able to get into the mushy minds of children and tell them which way to think, and they're growing.
It's the easier choice, dude. That's why every single political stance, policy is easier to take, easier to stand by on the left. There's no hard decisions on the left. There's no faith on the left. There's no fucking choices, like weapons as an example. It's just easier to blame the weapons than to blame the individuals for shootings. So they're just ban all the weapons. Why? Because that's an easier choice. Abortion's another one. Just do whatever you want. Oh, you got to take a stand somewhere and stop somebody from doing something? No, I don't want to do that. I'll take the easier decision. Just let them kill whatever they want to kill. Kill babies, dogs, animals, whatever. Kill them all. Who gives a shit? That's an easier decision.
Yeah, I mean,
every left decision comes from ease.
No responsibility on the left.
Yeah. Name one policy that the left supports. One. Name one. I can't think of it. That is actually harder to do if you take the left side of it than the right side of it. Can you think of one?
No, I can't. My votes counted for nothing yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy says dust is flying around inside his urn.
It's funny.
Probably. Go have sex. Don't be responsible. Don't get protection. That's what it is. It is. It's irresponsible behavior.
It is. Well,
and look, and I know that you feel different than I do, but it's irresponsible behavior to sit there and say, I'm going to have sex and I'm going to not care about the repercussions of this. I'm just going to do whatever I want, and whatever happens, happens. And if I make a mistake, I'm going to kill the baby. Yeah. I mean, it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and this will probably surprise you. If I was going to vote yesterday, which I really don't care too much about this issue one way or the other. Personally, I don't care.
Right.
But if I was going to vote, I would have voted no yesterday. And I'll tell you why I would have voted no. Because there's no... I would be much more inclined to vote yes, go ahead, if there was a penalty for doing it. Like if you have a second abortion, then you're automatically sterilized. If there was a penalty and it wasn't just used the same way as slipping on another condom, then I'd probably be, I'd be right there voting yes. But the fact that it's just now been opened up to be like, whatever. Oops, took a nut, so therefore I'm just gonna slide down to the clinic and get rid of this so that I can do it again next month.
But see, the sad part is, though, Chris, is that they had the opportunity to do that still. Mm-hmm. Even if they voted no on the issue yesterday, you could still get one. It wasn't like the conservatives were saying. It wasn't like that bill said, "Hey, if issue one fails, that you can never have an abortion, you can never get rid of this baby, you are stuck with it forever." There wasn't anything like that in the bill. All it said was, I don't know, you have a certain amount of time, okay? If you don't have your period, which I guess is the key to finding out if you're pregnant, check yourself, see if you're pregnant. You can take care of it in a short amount of time. But to let this go until the baby could almost be born is what they are saying now is ridiculous.
Well, what is the left based on?
Murdering people.
What is the left based on? Everything's based on feelings. How do I feel? How do I feel? So they build the law out so that people could change their feeling up until literally till the fucking head pops out the pussy, and then you can still kill it.
Yeah, well, that's what. Well, according to that caller today, it's not alive until it travels through the vagina.
Yeah,
quoting that guy.
So I guess if the head is sticking out, but the rest of the body's in, you can cave it in with a hammer.
Yes,
I mean that seems to be what they're going for.
I don't understand. We were so lost. And then again, I'm watching the news before I came up here, and I see these kids protesting in college campuses and marching in Washington in support of terrorists, people that murder babies again.
Yeah, well,
We have no respect for life anymore.
none. You got to be on the winning team, man.
That's what we said. The word abortion is a glorified, protected word. Murder.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. It's a softer word. It's a softer word. Reproductive rights is an even softer term.
I don't even know what that means. What is a reproductive right?
Reproductive right is sticking a fucking vacuum sucker in there and sucking an arm off a baby and then sucking its fucking head off. That's what it is. That is exactly what it is, but nobody wants to say that. Well, I just want to protect my reproductive rights.
If you look at the term reproductive right, all it means is your right to reproduce, which you always have. Nobody is telling you can't have children or can't reproduce. That would be your reproductive right.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that, though. Or they do want to hear that. They want to hear reproductive rights so they don't have to say, yeah, I'm good to kill a baby. I'm good to tear it apart. I'm good to grind it up like I would in a blender. They don't want to hear it.
I keep reading all these. There's a lot of texts or messages coming in.
It's a hot button issue.
I don't even know if I want to vote anymore.
That's a whole nother thing. Does it matter anyway?
Yeah, that's what I was. Honestly, I think it does. I think there's a lot of people that don't think that way, and I think there's a lot of people that stopped voting. I think there's a lot of really scared people out there that don't want to even go to the polls anymore.
No. Well, isn't it convenient, too, that yesterday, now all of a sudden they had problems with the fucking voting machines in Pennsylvania again?
Of course.
You see that?
I can't, in my right mind, believe that there are this many people, a majority of people, that believe that killing babies is good. I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe it's true. Again, I keep going back to what Bob was talking about this morning. It really does seem like we are the minority now that don't like to kill children. The majority of people in America want babies to die. I mean, look. If you
I think it's even bigger.
Races,
it's bigger picture than that, though, dude.
But if you look at the other races that happened across the country that on the election day yesterday, a lot of the things that Republicans ran on was abortion.
Sure.
Saying abortion, this, that, and the other. And they all lost.
They all lost, of course.
Even in red states like ours.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because it's not so much the individual issue on these things. It's you're running on an issue of being responsible versus not being responsible. And I will openly admit I am not the most responsible guy in the world. I'm definitely not. I do irresponsible shit, like smoke tons of weed. So, I definitely am irresponsible, and I will gladly admit that I am. I at least will admit it. The point is, every single one of these issues is just proving that the society is less and less responsible, less and less moral. The morality's dead, dude. And I know that's hard for you to swallow.
It is.
But it is the truth. The truth is morality is dead. It's probably 80-20 anti-moral people now. You got to put that in your head. That's why I always say to make sure you're armed up, because you're still basing what could happen to you on what should moralistically happen to you. And it just ain't that way anymore, man.
Speaking of being aborted, I wish. Getting sick of winning all these elections, 2024 our next win. Go fuck yourself, Heidi. Maybe your mom made the wrong choice. Was that too harsh?
See, you're just being mean, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mean tweets is what got us into this. Yeah, how's that Democratic, how's that liberal platform working out for you? Inflation. We're in 2 wars now. I hate to tell you, Trump had us in none, Heidi.
Hey, I saw President Biden just the other day said that the inflation is under control now. And jobs, too.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Jobs and inflation are under control now. Better than they've been. I think he said that inflation was at the longest period of decline in 50 years.
Sandra, I had a diehard Republicans out here in Geauga County. They vote yes signs. I'm telling you, there are soccer moms that went to the polls yesterday and voted yes on killing babies.
Yeah.
There are mothers. There are people that actually have children that went to the polls yesterday and said, I'm going to vote yes on killing babies.
Look, these are the same dumb people that voted for Obama for the sole reason that he was black. Same exact thing. They voted for this issue 1,000% because it was a women's issue, because it's billed as a women's issue. And that's why all the women voted for it. Well, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. If these women that had kids, if the issue was that their kids would be killed, they would all vote no. Yes? They would all vote no. But since it doesn't affect them, then it doesn't. Then they vote, for the next person. They're literally trying to infest their womanhood on the next generation of people.
Look,
and
I don't,
it's just a mess, dude. The whole thing's a mess.
I don't care. Were you able to get that video or no?
I can play it.
Yeah, let's play that. I want to show people who voted yes yesterday on issue 1.
Let's get this Jewel up here.
Jewel, yeah, she's a prize. Look at this.
All right, let's see what this fucking fuck pig has to say. All right, here we go.
Abortion rights just won.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me switch microphone here. Here we go. Let me start over.
Yeah.
Abortion rights just won in Ohio. In a victory for the pro-choice side, Ohio issue 1, a measure to establish right to an abortion in the state constitution, has passed, meaning that abortion rights in Ohio are going to be protected. WWW!
Wow. Good for her.
I hate to tell her. Nobody's going to have sex with her, so there's no way that she's ever going to need an abortion.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're bringing up the least likely person ever to need an abortion to celebrate it, she's the one.
She is the one person that will never need to get one because nobody's going to lay a hand on that pig.
Holy, I wouldn't fuck her with a dead guy's dick. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Cheryl, thank you. She makes me want to throw up in my mouth. I think I just did, to be honest with you. The other says that's a guy.
Might have formerly been.
Might formerly. Be.
Just has to claim being a chick.
I want to see that one because that one's coming. The first guy to get an abortion.
Oh, I'm sure it's probably already happened. Let me look that up. That has to have already happened.
There's got to be a guy, right, that went to an abortion clinic and said...
Yeah, of course. Comes right up.
Was that a potato?
Comes right up, Seth.
Really?
Of course it does. News story and everything.
Abortion access is uniquely impacting the transgender and the non-binary community.
One trans man is now sharing his experience with having an abortion and why he fears other trans people may not have the same opportunity. NBC News correspondent Zincle Esamoah has this story. Welcome.
See, it comes right up, dude. It took me 1 second to find it.
and people aren't agreeing with me that the end is over. The end is near.
It's already here.
This is the end times.
Yeah, of course men can have abortions. What are you thinking?
Transgender man speaks out about his abortion experience.
I just read it all. It's all ridiculous. It's so fucking stupid.
This is the age that we're living in. And there's people that support it. You realize that there are people that actually go, hey, this is a great idea.
Yeah. There's somebody that says, that's right, that man did have an abortion. And you guys are being mean because you didn't use the right pronouns.
I forgot. I don't even know what pronouns to use anymore.
That would be she, her, or something.
You realize I'm doing that now? Like when I go to restaurants and stuff, I sit there and I go, I don't know if I should call this person a sir or a ma'am. I have to send out emails every single day for my work. And every single day I don't know whether to put he, she is Mr. Available. I don't know what to put. I don't know what to do because I don't
you or your client.
ZG. That's what I guess I'm going with.
How about you or your client?
That would
just avoid it totally. Just avoid it totally. That's how I do it now. I will not acknowledge anything. Anything that, and I hate to say it, but the he, him, they, them, Zor bullshit, it's just led me to be much more rude. Because, if I roll through like a drive-through window or something, I'll be like, yo, not even like, in any kind of a greeting, like yes, ma'am or no, ma'am. Now it's just yep or nope. Because I'm not going to play your little dumb game. I'm not going to do it, especially when you go to like a McDonald's or something and you really can't tell.
Rick wants to know who screwed that thing that was on the screen.
No one.
Well, it needed an abortion.
No, didn't need an abortion. Its parents did.
Steve-O is getting double D breast implants for real.
Oh, good.
Who knows?
That's great.
I guess I would do that, but it would be for just fun reasons. Then I wouldn't need a job. I'd never leave the house.
Right? Then you get an OnlyFans page.
Yeah. That may be what my life is coming to. I may have to just get an OnlyFans page.
You'll get an OnlyTrans page, right?
I'll get something. I told you yesterday I wanted to. I'm going to identify now as a woman and maybe go trans and then join the WWE.
Yeah, why not?
The first trans amputee WWE star.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wrestle with the women. What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, the amputee part is the only thing and this is the crazy part. The amputee part is the only thing that would make you original in wrestling right now. Because there's actually two transgender.
Are you serious?
Chicks. Yeah. Sunny Kiss and Nyla Rose.
Wait a second. Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose, yeah.
I was watching the other night. There was a Nyla Rose. Is she good looking?
No.
I could have swore I saw a good looking chick named Nyla Rose on WWE Raw the other night.
No, not on the. That's Nia Jax.
Oh, that wasn't.
That's that big old balloon. Yeah, let's see. Open.
That sounds sexy, Seth. I'm telling you, I could have a whole career in WWE with the amputee stuff.
I could have a career in anything if I get to wrestle Alexa Bliss. I don't give a shit what.
So what's Nyla Rose look like?
There you go.
Oh, all right, yeah, but that's a man.
That's a woman.
No, it's a man.
That's a woman.
Was a man.
Yes. Was
a man, now a woman.
Identifies and wrestles in the women's division.
Okay, well that's new. Does does it win a lot?
Used to, but every time it won, like AEW, this is in AEW, and AEW had problems because fans were chanting horrific shit at her.
Really?
Yeah, and they were like throwing fans out and stuff at some of the horrific shit, like Nyla Rose is my dad signs and stuff like that. I mean, just fucking total. And to me, I thought it was funny because if you want to be absurd, then you got to accept an absurd response. But yeah, Nyla Rose took a lot of heat. Here, I'll show you Sunny Kiss as well.
Stay away from Starbucks.
Well, that's easy. Here is Sunny Kiss. Open image in new tab. And this one is even more. If you thought Nyla Rose was attractive, you're going to really like Sunny Kiss. Share. There's Sunny Kiss.
Wow. Well, she's not even trying to look like a woman.
You don't think that's feminine and sexy?
She looks like Dennis Rodman.
Sunny Kiss.
And she wrestles with women?
Oh, yeah. Women's division.
She looks like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
It looks like Dennis Rodman.
You know what the saddest part about that is?
See? Is that Dennis Rodman?
Yeah. You've watched wrestling. You know when they have like men and women in the ring at the same time, the guys never go over and just fucking smack the women. You know, it's just kind of an unwritten rule that they don't.
Yeah.
And when these dudes get in the ring with the guys that identify as guys, I guess, they don't smack these ones around either. Because they identify as women. It's the dumbest shit ever. It's the dumbest shit ever.
Now, what league is she in?
AEW. Now this one got cut by AEW because nobody wanted to watch this.
So is there any WWE stars yet that are?
I don't think so. I don't think if there are, they're not claiming. I'd be questionable on Nia Jax personally, but that's fairly questionable. I think it's Yokozuna's sister. But yeah, WWE, I do not.
Totally disgusting. Oh man, this is what I'm talking about. Though, and going back to the beginning of the show, we are totally lost.
Yeah, we're done. It's over.
Dude, watching wrestling back in the day, and you had Macho Man Randy Savage, and he'd be led to the ring by beautiful Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah,
and she was feminine, and he was built, and there was a man-woman relationship. We are completely screwed. When wrestling is screwed, we are screwed.
Oh, wrestling's not totally screwed. There's still some really unbelievably hot women in wrestling.
I'm not,
I'll take Alexa Bliss all day long.
Blindfold your kids, even your pets. I remember when women in WWE were sexy. They were still sexy, Rick.
They're still very sexy.
Some of them.
Let me put some Alexa Bliss on the screen here.
But I really don't know. After you put Alexa Bliss up, you're going to have to answer my question of how we get out of this.
How do we get out of what? All of this?
All of this.
Nuclear war.
Can you think of anything that's good right now? Even our churches are falling apart.
Yeah, dude, everything's shitty. Music is shitty. Movies are shitty. All culture is garbage now.
When I talk to some of the younger kids, there you go.
Can't say that's awful.
Yeah.
That's pretty spectacular.
All-inclusive wrestling. But how do we get out of this? Because I can't think of anything that's good right now. I can't think of anything that is going well for our country.
Dude, we're not getting out of it. See, this is where you have to have a different mindset. You and everybody listening that agrees with you. There's no getting out of it. This is literally you're the turd in the toilet and somebody flushed it. There's no surviving. You're going down with the rest of the turds. It's done. It's over. Society is dead. The world is done.
I was going on a string of what I considered fairly good luck. Things seem to be going the right direction. And then all of a sudden, like as of like yesterday into today, it's been a nightmare. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. I'm talking about from work to everything. Just is gone. I'm surprised the internet has lasted this long on my show tonight. On this show tonight, because I mean, everything. I even flushed the toilet when I got home, and the chain broke on the thing, which I have no idea how to fix. So now I'm going to be, I don't know, going upstairs to the bathroom.
Right.
I have no idea how to fix the chain in the back of the thing. So every little thing is going wrong, and I don't know how we can get out of this disaster of a country. I mean, if anybody has any ideas, text them in.
We can't. There's no getting out of it.
God is the one that will end us all. I end all this, Seth. I end it, okay?
That's the there's no getting out of this. We're
Thank
done.
God bestiality is illegal in Ohio. You
So
don't
far.
know what's next. All right,
So
that's
far.
the other thing. What's next? We heard today from a guy that we talked to on the air, Bob Francis Show, 9 to noon, WHK 1420, that they're already collecting signatures, the left is, for the next thing to put on the next ballot in March. You know what it is?
It's got to be pedophilia.
No.
No?
That's already going to be legal with this bill that just passed. But what they're coming for now, the left is coming for now in March.
Guns?
So you better get out and vote.
Guns?
Sitting right next to you. Yep.
There's only one way they're getting my gun. Right there. That's where they need to place the bullet.
They're already collecting signatures. They're already getting it done. And you saw how this went.
Yeah.
We're for killing children, but they won't let you protect yourself. You know that. They're going to take your guns.
They ain't taking mine.
They're going to come to your door, and they're going to take it from you. Because that is what they're doing. The left is taking over this country.
They ain't taking my guns for no reason.
It's certainly not Democrats, because there are Democrats out there that are good people. It's the liberal, progressive left, and they're coming for your guns.
Ain't never going to get them.
What else are they coming for?
Well, they'll never get my guns. They'll never get the guns.
They're coming for more. They're going to come take your. They're going to come take your car next too.
Go ahead.
Well, I know you don't go anywhere.
That one ain't no threat to me, but the guns, and I'm not just talking about just me. No gun owners are giving up their guns peacefully.
Oh, Heidi says they're going to take them easy.
Oh, you think?
Yep.
They may take them easy, but it's gonna be with aborting some 55-year-old guy. One anyway. Because without a bullet in my fucking head, I ain't giving it up. Fuck them. Well, then they can drone strike, Heidi. I don't give a fuck. I've lived through everything. I'm done. I'm already past.
What the hell is the Rhino saying about their guns? I don't think he said anything yet. But look what a good job he did with the abortion issue. Nobody listens to that guy.
Yeah.
Nobody has listened to DeWine since he told everybody to put on a stupid mask.
Yeah, since you ripped his head off. Wasn't that DeWine that you ripped his head off at TAM?
Yeah. I thought I had it still right there.
Lieutenant Governor, this yesterday, but I want your kind of spin on this. What is your end game here? Because right now, we've been wearing masks that we were told to. 4 to 6 weeks is what you said originally. That date is approaching. We were told to flatten the curve. We did that. We've been told to stay at home. We've cut restaurants and bars. People are still losing money because they have to close early now. How do I know that this is not going to be a permanent thing? When is the mask thing going to stop? When are the restrictions going to stop? We've done everything that you've asked us to do, and the dates keep flying by, and nothing new is happening.
Well, first of all, when we announced the mask order, I didn't say it was going to be on 3 to 4 weeks.
It said 4 to 6 weeks, I think was what the doctor said.
That's not what I said. I never said that.
Clip.
Look.
Said the following. If all of us would put on a face covering now for the next 4 weeks, 6 weeks, we could drive this epidemic to the ground.
It said 4 to 6 weeks, I think was what the doctor said.
That's not what I said.
Fucking lying piece of shit.
Yeah, so nobody listens to that guy anymore. Screw that guy. And so when they come after your guns, what's he going to do? Nothing.
I don't rely on the government for anything. Nothing. They don't do me any favors.
My gun now identifies as an abortion clinic.
Good point. Mine does too. If I call it a baby murderer instead of just a murderer, can I keep it?
I guess. Yeah. As long as you shoot children in the womb, you're okay to keep your gun. That will be the law now, I guess.
Would that be okay, Dems? If I promise to shoot one child a year, that I can keep my gun?
It's got to be in the womb.
Well, yeah. I'll shoot a pregnant lady, of course.
Well, don't you understand, though? That's the difference. If a woman is killed in a drunk driving accident while sitting in her car, a pregnant woman, they charge the drunk driver with a double homicide.
Yeah, right.
But then they don't identify that as a baby. How does that happen?
No, of course not. You're not making any sense, Seth.
No. No. You shoot a pregnant woman, the baby dies, it's a double homicide. You rip it out of her stomach and
carve it up. It's not.
Carve it up, squish its head, brain fluid pours out, not a murder.
That's right.
No. I don't. This country, man. It's gone.
Yeah. Here, they're still good in the world.
Who's she?
Alexa Bliss.
Oh, that's her again? Oh, yeah. Look at that.
They're still good in the world. A little bit.
Yeah. Doesn't do me any good.
You can see her on SmackDown or whatever.
Great.
Raw. It's one thing you can look forward to Monday and Friday on WWE television.
Yeah, my luck she'll lose.
Or get hurt and not wrestle for a year.
I'll turn it on and break her face. And
she'll be all uglied up, has to wear a mask from now on. Looks like Kane.
She'll look like me.
She'll be dressed like Kane from now on, so you can't see how hot she is.
The way my luck has been going the past couple of days, that absolutely is going to happen. I'm afraid to get behind the wheel of a car now. Like after the past 2 days. I'm literally afraid. I have to walk down the stairs tonight. I might go down on my ass because I'm afraid that I'm going to trip and fall and go over the railing.
Right.
Seth will end back in the Supreme Court over double homicide.
That's probably true. If I was charged with double homicide in Ohio going forward, I would certainly fight that. Like, I didn't do anything that a clinic doesn't do.
This bill says it depends on the health of the woman. Like, if the health of the woman is in jeopardy, they can abort the baby whenever they want to do it. But they don't clarify what health means. So it could be psychological health. It could be financial health. There's all kind of different meanings that this could be. It's a very vague thing that they put out there, and they did that on purpose. The language sucks. And people are going to be able to kill babies whenever they want to. I don't see any of our left friends other than Heidi hanging out tonight.
No, they're out celebrating.
They're throwing parties.
They're smoking some weed and celebrating.
Show these women what a partial abortion looks like. Full films, lock them in a room and play it over and over for them. I'm telling you, Bob France, if you go to his Facebook page, has a video up there. And it's graphic. And I'm surprised Facebook has let it up there as long as they have.
Well, they'll get it eventually. Yeah, no frantic Flintstone today. Aw.
That makes me sad that he's not here around. Tony Massaggio is coming up in a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure he's thrilled to be on.
Oh, yes. I want him to take a poll in a restaurant that he's in and ask how many people voted yes on killing babies yesterday.
So, in other words, you want Tony never to be allowed to go in that restaurant ever again.
We're just doing a poll. It's scientific. We're like Fox News here. My health relies on Yellow Brick Road commercials. Rick. She's going to be coming on the show again at some point.
Good.
Melissa. So it'll make Rick's day.
I like the stuff that she's working on. It's always pretty cool.
I talked to her the other day, and she was worried that people wouldn't find jewelry to be that interesting. Because one of her auctions, I guess, is jewelry. YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. Check it out. But
why would that not be interesting? Everybody's looking for a bargain on jewelry.
I don't know, because, well, I'm not.
Well, I mean, anybody that's like got a, it's Christmas time. You get jewelry half price and
it's Christmas time. You made fun of me for putting my tree up. What do you mean it's Christmas time?
Well, it's Christmas shopping season.
Oh, I got my Christmas sweater in the mail.
Oh, God.
I'm going to send you a picture of it. You got to put it up.
All right. Send an email.
Email? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's fantastic, I think. But now with the society that we live in, I'm afraid to wear it in certain places. So and send. There you go.
Dude, there's certain places you just don't want to go in this country anymore. Hell, I'm going to Detroit on Friday.
All right.
I'm scared to death.
What's going on? Is it Pantera up there? Or
yeah,
Metallica?
Pantera, and I ain't staying for Metallica.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna see Pantera. I'm gonna drive home. Be home by midnight.
I'm going to Morton's on Friday night.
Wow, that sounds fun. That's a better deal than the Pantera show. That's for sure.
Yeah, the problem is I don't have anything in my wardrobe that I can wear to Morton's, so I have to like buy pants and something that's not a hoodie.
Right? Did you mail it?
I sent it. Yeah. Email.
Didn't come yet.
Oh wait, here it is. Yeah, I sent it. I was asking for a size.
Come on, baby.
That's why she's putting it in for auction now. Christmas will draw into buyers. YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. If you're looking for Christmas stuff, check it out because she has a lot of good stuff. And I love Melissa. I love Melissa more than Rick loves Melissa.
Somehow I'm doubting that.
I'm just thinking in different ways. Yeah.
Jesus, Seth, you really bought this?
Yes. It's funny. Can't see it.
I know. I'm trying to blow it up here.
There you go. It's Mike Tyson. It says Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you may not want to wear that downtown.
No, probably not. Might
Might not want to wear it when you're shooting True Blue.
My My wife got a matching one. It says, "Kiss me under the mistletoe," with Mike Tyson's face.
Again, may not want to wear it downtown.
Come on. All right, I guess we should probably take a break real quick because we do have Tony coming up in just a few.
Okay.
We have Dog Pound Details to play at some point tonight.
That's right.
The world is coming to an end. You know what's going to happen? The Browns are going to win the Super Bowl.
No, they'll get. Yeah.
They're going to get to the Super Bowl, and the week before, in a downtime, the world's going to come to an end. God's going to finally say, enough is enough of this shit. I'm going to burn you all. You're all going to hell. And, oh, by the way, the Browns would have won, but you're not going to be around to see it.
Yeah, but you don't get to see it.
Screw you guys. All right, so hang on, and I don't know. I guess we'll be back in just a couple or something.
All right.
Right? I don't know. Yes?
Sounds good to me.
Trying to find the commercial. There it is.
There's no place like home, and whether it's furniture, artwork, home accessories, appliances, or that one-of-a-kind collectible, Yellow Brick Road Online Auctions allows you to find everything you need from the comfort of your own home. The owner of Yellow Brick Road Auctions has been conducting online estate auctions for over 8 years by providing homeowners with a stress-free process to liquidate all items that have accumulated over the years.
I'm Melissa Mendici, owner of Yellow Brick Road Auctions. Log on today to find your heart's desire.
Hey everybody, it's Don Dockin. When I'm feeling nostalgic, I always go to Pinball PA. You gotta go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
When you want to have fun in Pennsylvania, there's only one place to go, Pinball PA. Located near the Pittsburgh airport, we have over 420 classic pinball machines and arcade games that you can play. Admission starts at only $24.99. Want to have a party? Well, there's no better place than Pinball PA. Visit our website today at www.pinballpa.com to get more information or to book your next small or large party. Pinball PA. It's where the action is.
Does your company need fresh teas? Have you paid an arm and a leg for the ones you have? Worried about poor quality when you pay less? Stop worrying, Northeast Ohio, and visit us at www.wctees.com. At Wolf Creek Media, we're family owned, we offer simple pricing, and we're fair and honest. We even have an in-house graphic designer and cover all your apparel needs. So if you need t-shirts, hoodies, banners, or any other type of printing, call us at 330-353-9695 or visit us at wctees.com. That's wctees.com, a proud sponsor of the Seth Williams Show.
All right, somebody call Wolf Creek Media, wctees.com, wctees.com.
Yeah.
Get some shirts and stuff. They do have good quality stuff. I remember I had some T-shirts made like the beginning when the show came out, and nobody bought them, but they were great shirts.
Right.
Actually, some people did buy them. Now they're really sad that they bought them.
Why?
Because you have to rip off half the logo.
No, you don't.
Actually, yeah, you do.
He's coming back.
Do you have you talked to him?
No.
Do you have a great show planned? Is that what he's going to do?
Well, he told me he's planning something. He did text me and tell me that. So
when is it coming out?
I don't know. I can't wait to see it.
Who's he doing it with?
I don't know. I know he's not doing it with you or me.
All right, go to the WCTs.com and get some shirts or something, because the guy's really good, and he's a Republican guy, and he's a nice guy, and it was good to be advertising with this show. So.
Absolutely. See?
Yeah, we'll have him on the show. Browns Lions Super Bowl. That would be the end of the world.
That would be the end of the world. Fielded crack in half mid kickoff.
I was really sad when I started the show. Now I'm like, I can't decide whether I'm more sad or I've gotten in a better mood. I mean, I'm really, really depressed. the past couple of days have really, really depressed me because I really have lost between some shit going on in my personal life and then what happened yesterday with the election. I have really lost faith in humanity. I've lost faith in friendships. I've lost faith in people in general. Like, there's very few people that I want to surround myself with right now. Like, you are one of them. When you and I do a show, I feel better about my life.
Nice. I don't know if that means that I'm worse than you or what, but
you and I don't agree on stuff. I still feel like we can always have a good conversation.
Yeah, of course.
And when we talk off the air, we have good conversation. And so I consider you a friend, and
sure,
and that's good. But I have lost faith in humanity as a whole. I don't know how to get it back. I mean, again, life and then with stuff that happened yesterday, I can't wrap my head around people.
You know what's going to make it better, Seth, honestly? When the weed store opens up near you.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I guess that's what I should look forward to now.
You should. Whenever the weed is available in your town, you just need to get yourself a candy jar full of gummies, and every time somebody does something fucked up to you, you just take a gummy. Before too long, when you have all these gummies, you'll just be like, hey, whatever. Everything's great.
Uh-oh, he's getting tinny. Did something happen?
You flexed for a second.
Is it all right now?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, so, yeah, I guess. I mean, I looked up before the show because I wanted to kind of know what I'm going to talk about. And it does say various things about diabetics with weed. Some of it says it can control your blood sugar. Some of it says the problem is you don't know whether your blood sugar is low or not. So I guess, if I eat before I smoke up, it should be okay.
Right.
And then it says that it can make you feel a little bit out of it. Well, that's what we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, it just mellows you out, kind of. I mean, it doesn't make you loopy per se, but it's just a mellower. It just mellows you down. So I'm saying where you're all angry right now, just take a gummy or two or hit a vape pen once or twice, and you'll be like, can I really be bothered by this shit? No, I can't.
I like being in control of my emotions, though. I like being angry at times. I like being sad at times.
Did you like how you felt at 3:55?
No. Well, I mean, yes, in a little way I did, because I like, having that feeling of just of raw emotion. I mean, there are times, look, I'm a man. I'm not supposed to be emotional, but I admit that I am an emotional human being.
Sure.
And there are times, this morning, I started thinking about, on my ride to work, about what happened yesterday with that vote, and about literally the fact that there's now going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of children that are going to be dying in the state of Ohio and on a yearly basis. And it made me incredibly sad, to the point of tears. And hearing that guy call today and say it's not alive until it comes out of the vagina, it made me literally well up with tears.
Well,
because
why would you
a baby and not get emotional and think that you're killing it?
Well, first of all, why would you let a moron influence your thought? That's
because
the first
he's not
piece.
the only moron, Chris, because there are
I know, but he's still a moron.
He represents thousands of people.
Of course he does.
He represents women that are mothers. He represents people that I talk to on a routine basis. I sat in a church yesterday surrounded by people that half of them, if not more than half of them, looking at the vote, are murderers and are okay with it.
They are.
That they're okay with murdering a child, a baby like the one behind me, but they're not okay with a drug-dealing thug, George Floyd, dying at the hands of a cop.
No, of course not. Narrative, and narrative. That's what it is, dude. It's all about the narrative. The narrative is that you should embrace abortion, and you should love George Floyd because he stood up to the cops and he gave his life. to show the horribleness of the police force.
It made you feel like you can't do a damn thing about it. It's a painful feeling. I agree with you, Seth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really...
That's fine.
Look, when it comes right down to it, it doesn't affect my life. Because I'm not going to have one. My wife isn't. I already have a child. We're not going to have any more. I hope that, she doesn't have anything like that happen to her where she wants to get one or anything like that. And so it's not something that necessarily affects me directly. It affects me because I'm a human that believes that babies deserve a right to live. When when somebody said to me the other day, well, what if that kid is born into a situation where that maybe it's not so good for them, and maybe they don't have any future because the parents are horrible and this and that. Well, they should still have a chance in life. We talked to Tommy Davidson a month ago, whatever it is, and that kid was thrown into the garbage, by his mom, and found by a white family who raised him, and now he's one of the biggest success stories you could have.
Sure.
Actor, comedian, singer, tons of money. The children have a right to live. Because you were stupid and you wanted to have unprotected sex, because you were irresponsible, drunk, and didn't think about what you were doing, doesn't mean that child should have any less of a right to live. Because you don't want to be inconvenienced with having to raise a child or take care of the thing that you made, doesn't mean that child shouldn't have a right to live. There are places you could take the baby.
Yeah.
There are other people that want babies that can't have them. Because you don't want the inconvenience in your life, you selfish fuck, you don't deserve to be able to kill it. Wow. I don't understand it, and it brings me to tears to think about the death that's going to happen with babies all across this state because people are too fucking selfish.
But do you think it's going to be more? I don't think it's going to be. Do you think it's going to be more than there were? Because it wasn't against the law before, was it?
I think people are going to have second thoughts when it's 8 months old. They're going to, yes, I think it's going to be absolutely more. Now there's no consequences. It's like making weed legal. There are people that didn't smoke weed before that will do it now because all of a sudden you can go to the store and just buy some. Of course there's going to be more of them because there's no consequences for it anymore. You can just go do whatever the hell you want to do.
You'll see less drunks, though.
When I was 16 years old, I was with my girlfriend and I, thought we made a mistake. I remember standing in the lunchroom at St. Ignatius, and I was on a payphone because there weren't cell phones back then. And I called my poor mother and I said, "Yeah, I think there's a problem here. I think that we may have made a mistake." And I remember the tone in her voice still to this day. I'm 47 years old, and I remember the tone in her voice still today. And she's like, "Well, what are you going to do?" And I said, "Well, we talked, and if that's the case, and we're going to have to deal with it."
Huh?
Because I have been against it since I was in high school. And luckily for us, because it would have screwed the rest of our lives, it wasn't true. She wasn't pregnant. But you either step up for your mistakes, you don't just run away from them and kill somebody in the process. And if you're that irresponsible and you're that selfish, then you don't deserve to be able to reproduce ever.
Well, yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, and this is kind of what I was saying at the beginning of this was I'm okay with the law, but I'm not okay with it just being random, that you can have as many as you want. That part of that law, I think, should have to change. There should be some accountability. You screw up once, I don't think that your life necessarily should be wrecked. And this is only my opinion. It's not even what people are arguing. But if you screw up once, made a mistake, you should be able to rebound from it without the next 20 years of your life being wrecked. But if you're using it instead of buying condoms for $2 a condom, then you're a fucking asshole. Then there should be something that is put in place to stop that. And that's kind of how I feel about it.
It's not that tough to protect yourself and to make sure something like that doesn't happen.
It's not, but a couple glasses of wine, a little bit of a blowjob, you ain't worrying about a condom.
Again, I understand that. But you know what? if you got AIDS in the process of
scary
having sex, you can't just go ahead and go to the nearest clinic and have that removed from your
No,
balls,
you can't.
dude. So you know
No.
what? It's going to happen. It's just going to. You have to take responsibility for your actions.
But if you could get a pill or something for AIDS, you would want that.
Yes.
That's the and again, I'm not trying to say right or I'm not trying to say that A is equal to B. I'm just trying to say that that is the conundrum we're in. There is a way, it is accepted by half of the country or more. You have to kind of got to go with it.
I smoked cigarettes for a long time. Sometimes 2 packs a day. A lot of years I smoked 2 packs a day.
Right.
You know what? If I got cancer from it, knowing that cigarettes can give you cancer, I can't just say, you know what? I decided I don't want that cancer. Just go ahead and get rid of it. There are consequences for what you do. God knows there are consequences for my actions. I'm sitting here without a freaking leg, and I'm paying for what I did. And you know what? It sucks, and I got to deal with it forever. And if that's the case, when you have sex and you know the repercussions, you have to deal with it.
Sure.
Sorry if you're inconvenienced by the actions that you had. Sorry if that's a problem to you to raise that kid. That's what happens. When you have sex, you know the outcome. I hate to tell people, but God didn't create us to be able to have sex just for pleasure. There's a reproductive aspect.
Yes, he did. It's all about feelings, remember?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's all about feelings. Speaking of feelings, I'm feeling hungry.
What a segue that is.
You like that one? Let's go to Tony Masaccio. I don't even know where he's at. Tony, how you doing?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Hey,
what's going on, Tony?
Fantastic.
All right.
Hey, Tony, it's legal to kill babies and smoke pot today. So we're good.
You know what? Whatever happened to the dollar condom? First of all, you have a baby and you don't want that baby. Then you end up trying to get child support. Like I have some guys that work for me, and I end up having to garnish their wages. I have a guy, it's so bad, he has 4 children with 8 different women.
Oh.
This is a nightmare, guys.
Where you at, Tony?
So guess what? I was supposed to be at the Mexican restaurant, which was Casa Bonita, right? Which was on 82 in North Royalton.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't let me pass the border. The Mexicans just wouldn't let me in. So guess where I'm at? I am here live at Cerna's, located at 795 Broadway Avenue in downtown Bedford. Seth, you've been here with me.
Yes.
Bologna night, steak, chicken sandwiches, the Cerna burger. Great place.
It is a great place. I had a chicken wrap there that was phenomenal. And their fries are like hand-cut stuff. They're really, really good.
So, Chris, next year you're going to be one of the judges at the rib burn-off.
All right.
Right across the street. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know where Cerna's is. I used to work over there in Bedford, so I when I would get out of work, it was either Cerna's or Mr. G's, A or B. You know, I would go to one or the other to the bar after work. So I'm very aware of Cerna's.
And then there was the Pompey's, which is right next door. So in my 20s, obviously we came here at 21 years old, and you had lunch here, which was like a steak sandwich. Listen to this. It was a steak. It was a fried egg with cheese with Orlando bread. It was $1.95.
Jeez.
Man, I mean, I love talking about these days where, you went to Lombardo's, which was down the street, $1.69 for a bowl of spaghetti, 2 meatballs, a salad, and a drink.
Almost as much as that condom.
As much as the condom. So now we're getting... So you weren't getting fucking screwed at that time, right? It's very nice.
That's right.
So on Father's Day, I'm going to tell you a condom story. So we got a while, but anyways.
Isn't there bologna night? Like you have to make reservations there for that?
Yes. So bologna night is the first Monday of the month, and you do have to have reservations. It's a fried bologna. and it comes with cheese, Orlando bread, order of fries. I believe it's only $7.95. On Mondays, they have the Cerna burger, $5. It is a 7-ounce burger. Wednesday is paprikash. Paprikash. Seth, have you ever had paprikash?
I have
Do you
not.
know what paprikash is? All right.
I do not.
I'm bringing you some home. It's chicken with noodles, with sour cream, onions, and it is slow cooked. It is a delicious comfort food. Chris is shaking his head. It's very
good.
That's real good. Sounds like something I would actually eat, unlike some of the other stuff you talk about. But yeah, that would be great.
And I'll just tell them, no, they can't hold the onions. Everything's already inside there. Anyways, on Thursday nights, they have a steak. It is a 10-ounce steak, ribeye, $19.95. If you order a lobster, which is a 6-ounce lobster, it's only $30. $16 for a 16-ounce ribeye for only $23. I mean, This is great prices.
Yeah,
so again, paprikash tonight is on Wednesdays. It's on the board. It's only $8.95 for a bowl of paprikash.
Hey, and I want to put this out there. If anybody wants to sponsor this segment, we're looking for a sponsor for Tony Massage's restaurant segment. And actually, Tony's going to be doing more than just restaurants. Tony's going to be the man all around town.
Yes.
Doing all kind of different things. I think he was talking about getting a pedicure. We're going to do all kind of different things.
I am. I'm going to get a pedicure, a manicure. I'm getting a massage. Watson's going to be
all right, Deshaun.
Watson will be at the table next to me. What about me?
Next thing you know, Tony Massage is going to be the quarterback for the Browns.
That's right. Hey, do you know what? Just give me $100,000. I'll take it.
Yeah. 100,000, some massages, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's right. They should actually said this on the Triv show years ago, that they should just do the plays right in the stands. They should have like a joystick and have the fans pick the play. Wouldn't that be cool?
Tony, let me just tell you, there is actually a league for that. It's called the Fan Controlled League. It may not still be in business, but it went during the pandemic, and Johnny Manziel was one of their quarterbacks. And literally, you would literally hit the plays on an app, and then it would go. It was crazy.
Hey guys, real quick, I'm gonna have Sid actually just turn this over here.
Okay.
And you're gonna see what I've got in front of me if you can.
Oh wow.
This is the 16-ounce steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, and look at this salad. Seth, you've never had a salad. Well, you never even had a salad this big, let alone a salad.
Look, I've had a salad.
You've had a salad.
My idea of a salad, though, is iceberg lettuce, cheese, bacon, croutons, and half a bottle of ranch dressing.
Oh my God, guys!
That's not a salad. Look at that. Oh wow!
This is the Cerna burger. I've got the cheese and meat plate, which is absolutely wonderful. And guess what? They brought me the pork chop. Oh my gosh! This is the pork chop with mashed potatoes, green beans. I love.
Who's eating with you tonight?
I'm sorry?
Who's there eating with you?
I actually have a friend of mine that I went to high school with, Sydney Stewart. She's actually videoing this. She's an old Bedford friend. It's going to be our 45th class reunion next year from Bedford. I can't believe it.
Wow.
He's 63 years old at end of December. Boy, does time go fast, huh?
Yes, it does.
It does.
It's crazy. So, guys, they also have the fish fry here every Friday evening, which you got to check that out. They have cod. They have a walleye sandwich, which is absolutely delicious. And speaking of a walleye sandwich, we are going to be at Melt next Wednesday. They have a Lake Erie walleye sandwich. It is so huge. It is absolutely off the plate.
Nice.
So this is cool. What a great gig. And guess what? We need a sponsor. And you know what, Seth? Let's do this. We get a sponsor, they can come to dinner with me.
There you go.
That's nice.
Let's make this happen.
All right.
So I'm going to talk to Brett right now, see if we can get a $20 gift certificate. You make it happen. Let's one of our viewers get a gift certificate in the mail. And I sent one already to where we were at last time. So we're good to go, which we were in Antonio's.
Yeah, Tom was our winner. So thank you, Tom.
You're very welcome. So, guys, you can hear me. I'm every Saturday morning on Flashpoint 1490 WERE between 10 o'clock and 11. Every Saturday morning, this Saturday, I will be at Ruma's, which is on State Road in North Royalton. Great breakfast, great lunch.
I've been there. They have good food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really a cool place. So, hey, Seth, Chris, did your mom or dad cook when you were kids?
Oh, yeah.
My mom did.
Mom.
Dad?
Not so much.
Seth?
No, not so much.
No. So I do the cooking in my household, and my mom was a great cook. She taught me how to cook everything, which was wonderful. As a matter of fact, when I was like 12 years old, that's when the Swansons came out, and it was TV dinners in that tin pan that you had to put in the oven. I said, to hell with this. I'm going to learn how to cook. My brother was eating that shit. The pudding that you can actually use for glue to help your toys get together. So anyways, what my dad could not cook. As a matter of fact, when my dad cooked, we did the prayer after the meal.
Nice.
Tony Mustachio reporting live at Cerna's in downtown Bedford for the Seth Williams Show. Everybody knows Tony. Back to you guys in the studio. I'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tone.
Yeah, I like Cerna's. It's a good place.
Cerna's a good place. Man, I put on many a drunk at that place. That place, I like I said, when I used to work, that was when I worked at the steel mill. We would get out of work, and it was either Mr. G's, which is right down the street there too, or Cerna's. Either one. Whew. And they knew that we were coming, so they always gave us all kinds of good drink specials and stuff. Cerna's rules. I loved me some Cerna's.
Tom here was the recipient of the Antonio's gift card.
Nice. I'll tell you what, seeing all that food there that Tony was sitting in front of, I might just leave the show early and have to run down there. Help him eat some of those plates. That looked great. Now, for you, do you look at those plates and say, yeah, I wouldn't eat any of this?
No, I mean, that stuff looked really good. Look, and surprisingly enough, he had green beans on his plate. That's one of the few vegetables that I will eat.
Yeah.
I prefer a green bean casserole because it has, like, Korean mushroom soup and, like, fried onions on it and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I'll eat that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did put my email address up there on the screen. I'll just, if you want a gift card to Cerna's, $20, I'll pick a winner. I'm not doing fifth email. I'm just going to pick somebody.
Just pick it.
Yeah, and somebody will get a gift card to Cerna's in Bedford. It is a great place. It's a fun
great place. That's, a lot of the places he goes, because a lot of it's on over there on your side where I don't get to a whole ton.
Right.
I don't know a lot of those places. I certainly know Cerna's, and it's a great food, great lunches. Their lunch specials are really, really good. And obviously I've mentioned a couple times I used to drink there, so drink prices are reasonable too. So good place.
Yeah, and but if we're gonna go for that fried bologna night on first Monday of the month or whatever, make a reservation or don't plan on going to get a food.
Now, why is that? Why is that such a specialty? Is it because it's so uncommon, or?
I don't know why it's a specialty other than I think that the way that they make it, it's like thick and big and just a good meal. But it's one of the things that they're known for. And I haven't had it because I tried to make a reservation, but they were full.
Wow.
It did.
Mm-hmm. Can you order it on a Tuesday, or do they only sell it on Monday?
I think it's only on Monday.
No kidding.
Like the first Monday of the month. It's fried bologna night.
Yeah, I've never done the fried bologna night. I will say that, but I would try it.
Green beans, bacon, and potatoes. Yeah, I would do that. Never been to Cerna's. First time hearing about it. Yeah, it's a great place. So if anybody wants a gift card, $20 gift card, I will pick somebody.
Sure. And if people are looking it up online, it's SIRNAS.
Yeah, SIRNAS.
Yep. So look it up. It's a good place. Definitely good.
I don't know what that means. Give it to Rick. You can take Melissa.
The gift card.
Oh.
Hey, baby, want to go to Cerna's and get a bologna sandwich?
I'm sure. I don't think her husband would appreciate that.
Leave him at home. Leave him at home. I'm serving the fried bologna. And I know with Rick, he'd be trying to serve some bologna. Maybe not the fried.
Come on.
Maybe not the fried bologna, but
Rick is a gentleman.
I don't believe that.
I do. I know Rick. He is a gentleman. He yelled at the guy in a parking lot, threatened to kick his ass and everything else, but he is a gentleman.
I've seen the squirty emojis. He ain't a gentleman.
He's a gentleman. I would love that show. Oh, God. All right. We got to play the dog pound details. Cause,
yes.
I hate to talk about other things other than...
Big win!
Other than what we've been talking about, because I guess we should talk about the Browns at least for a couple minutes, because it was a win as opposed to last night, which was a complete loss.
It was a historic win.
Against a really, really bad team.
Historic!
That's like the left anymore battling the Republicans.
Look, that game made me feel good. It made me feel good.
We're going to lose big time this weekend.
Shut it.
Big time.
Shut it.
If they win...
Deshaun Watson, 6 touchdowns.
If Deshaun Watson has 6 touchdowns, you know for sure the end of the world is here. There you go.
What's up, guys? John Drake here on the Seth Williams Show with the Dog Pound Details. Not a lot to report on regarding this Cardinals game. We kind of figured that we had their number because they suck. And sure enough, it's a 27-0 drubbing by our beloved Cleveland Browns against the terrible Arizona Cardinals. Couple great takeaways. You know, the defense showed up right when you needed them to. I think the biggest takeaway, obviously, is the return of Deshaun Watson. And I think even though it's a bad Arizona team, you did get a performance that kind of gives you hope that, you know, he's going to be at the very least a serviceable quarterback. I know Seth is not a fan of Deshaun Watson, but you know, in his last 2 full starts, he's averaging 245 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, with a 73% completion percentage. And I think that, you know, for anybody who is a Browns fan, if you were to say that that's the kind of production you would get out of Deshaun Watson for the season, I think you'd be pretty happy. That extrapolates out to almost 4,200 yards passing, 34 touchdowns. Obviously, you're going to get some interceptions in there eventually. But yeah, if you're completing almost 75% of your passes and throwing 2 scores a game and 250 yards passing, with our running game, that's a damn potent offense. You're looking at over 400 yards of offense every game, which is very, very productive. So I think it's, you know, it bodes well for the future. So I'm interested to see what happens this week. Obviously, this is by far the biggest game of the season. You've got the Baltimore Ravens on the road at M&T Bank Stadium, which is a very difficult place to play. The Browns traditionally have not done well there. And Baltimore's playing like the best team in the NFL right now. So hopefully the Browns are really feeling themselves and they've got some confidence and they're ready to go in to Baltimore and avenge that loss from a few weeks ago where they came in here and just boat raced us because Deshaun Watson was out of the game and we had to start DTR out of the blue and he just absolutely got his ass handed to him. So, you know, this is definitely going to be a tall task, but you know, we talked previously on the Dog Pound Details about needing to stack wins and also getting signature wins. And the San Francisco game this year was definitely a signature win. And we could use another one of those. I think this might be one of the best, if not the best win in the Stefanski era. If we can pull out a victory this weekend and move to 6-3, you definitely need it. You're 1-2 in the division. This is a division game. You want to go to 2-2 in the division, 6-3 overall. There's so much riding on this game. It's huge. It's definitely a playoff like atmosphere. So, I think the Browns can represent themselves well. The Baltimore defense is playing incredibly well. I think the one area we're going to have a problem with is, we have injuries at the tackle position, obviously. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with our offensive line as the week progresses. We definitely need top tier play out of them. The Ravens lead the NFL in sacks. Their pressure rate is incredible. They don't allow many points at all. They're the best scoring defense in the NFL. I believe they're like 15 point something. So you're going to need Deshaun Watson to be on his A game. You're going to need that running game to produce. And our defense is going to have to show up. They're going to have to, gap integrity is going to be important to keep Lamar Jackson from running all over the place. Our corners need to have a big game because he's been passing very well. So this is just a huge test for the Browns all the way around. So, but I'm confident they can be competitive. I don't think they're going to get blown out. Knock on wood. Hopefully, I'm not wrong there, but hey, I really think the Browns have a good shot in this game to at the very least be competitive with the Ravens, who are an excellent, excellent football team. So, Seth, now it's your turn to tell the whole world why Deshaun Watson sucks and the Browns are crap, even though they're 1 win away from tying your season prediction of 6 wins, and it's only the 9th game of the year. So you're getting close to being wrong, my friend. So anyways, guys, as always, go Browns. Hoo, hoo!
Did you change your background?
I did, yeah.
What the hell are you doing to me? The hell are you
celebrating it all? Women's rights, pot, trans. It's all in that one picture.
Now, if you just had a Browns helmet in there, really
be great, yeah.
What's he talking about, man? The Browns are done for.
They're not done for. They're going to playoffs. If the playoffs started today, they're in the playoffs.
Scott is correct.
No, he's not. 10 wins. They're going to win 5 more.
Is it a touchy-feely good feeling for you, Chris?
What's that?
I don't know. All this.
Man, I don't let any of this stuff bother me. None of it either way.
Yeah, but see, that's what is different. And see, maybe that's what's different about me. It's because I have to deal with this stuff on a day-to-day basis because it's part of my job. It's part of what I've done, except with the exception of being off for a year because of losing a leg and stuff. That's what I've done for the past 20 or so years of my life is have to follow the news, follow everything that's going on. And I think the majority of Americans just kind of keep their head in the sand and don't give a shit.
Right.
I do. I care. And maybe because it's in my face all day, but I care. I care about my job. I care about what goes on there. I care about everything. I care about that flag behind you. And I care about babies. And I care about all this stuff, all this news. I care about what's going on and these wars that are going on around the world because it's in my face on a day-to-day basis.
Sure.
And I think the majority of people, and that's why voter turnout is low. That's why people that probably should have gone out and voted yesterday didn't, because people stick their head in the sand and say, if it doesn't affect me, then I don't give a shit. If they didn't, there's people out there that probably didn't want the weed thing to pass, but they're not going to go out and vote because they say, I'm not going to smoke it, so what the hell do I care? I'm not going to go vote for it. I'm not going to have an abortion. Nobody knows is going to have an abortion. I don't really care what people do. And they stick their head in the sand, they ignore it.
Yeah.
And if the country would wake up, and I don't mean wake up in the sense of being woke assholes like the left, if the country would wake up, the smart people would wake up and quit watching reality TV and turn on the news every now and then and see what's going on, maybe you'd get pissed enough to want to do something and change something that's going on.
See, I used to be that guy. I used to be you. And I was getting ulcers and stuff from it. So now I can't. I just can't. I can't live my life that way. Dude, I used to be that guy. And I'll tell you, the guy that I hated more than any. Fucking
you fought
Obama.
For this country, though.
I did. I absolutely did. And you know what? If I wouldn't fight for this country today, I fought for this country, the country we were in 1987. In 2023, I wouldn't stand up to do anything for this country. Because it's a bunch of shitheads that are making their way. They already are shitheads that run the country, and there's more shitheads on the way. I wouldn't stand up for this, and therefore I don't. I don't even pay.
Change?
It's not gonna change. This is where me and you are fundamentally different. I acknowledge that it's dead. This country is dead. We're done. we are going to become like every other of these second-tier nations. We are going to become Sweden and Norway and, that kind of has some freedoms and you can kind of do some things, but in the end, you're sort of led by almost a dictatorship. That's the road we're going down. It's just the way it is. There's not enough strength in this generation that's coming up to fight back. And to pretend that there is, to me, is silly.
I'm not pretending that there is. I want it to be.
I'd love it to be, but it ain't going to happen.
I want people to stand up and say enough is enough. I want the riots in the streets, not because George Floyd fucking died. I want the riots in the street from the people saying, I'm going to stand up to this government. That's how this country was founded. I want the people to stand up and say, I'm not going to deal with what this government is doing to us. I'm not going to deal with these loser left people that are forcing these ideological bullshit on us. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to fight for what we had and get this country back.
But the people that have the strength to do that are not going to do it. It ain't me and you, bro. We're too old for that shit. We're too old and too broken. It has to be 20, 25-year-old people. It has to be the 20 to 30-year-old group. And they simply don't give a shit. They care more about the next issue of first-person shooter games than they do about their rights. They'll give up their rights to get a free Xbox every year. We saw it during the fucking pandemic. Sure, I'll wear a mask. I'll sit down in bars. I'll let every business close. I'll take every shot that's not proven. I'll do all that shit as long as you throw me one check for $2,000 over a 3-year period. Look at the value that they put on their freedoms. They sold their entire freedoms for how much was that check? $2,700
Yeah.
$2,700, and 300 million people were willing to sell their fucking freedoms. 200 million at least. You know who did not put up their hand and get that check? Right here. Didn't want it, wanted nothing to do with their fucking blood money. So I didn't take it. That's my form of standing up to it as best as I can. My form of standing up to it was not taking the shot, even when I had COVID. My form of standing up for it was never wearing that goddamn mask. And if people confronted me, as did happen in a couple of stores and a couple of restaurants, I told them to get fucked and made them know that I was just about to punch them in their fucking face. That's about the best you can do now, dude. You can't change it. You can't change the overwhelm. You are taking on a tsunami with an eyedropper. You're never gonna beat it.
So what am I supposed to? For the record, I did take the money and I still did the shit that you said.
Sure.
I didn't take that vaccine and I didn't put that stupid mask on and I went to work every single day and I was in public places every single day busting my ass.
Sure.
The entire time. And I still went to restaurants and got my food to go because I don't like eating.
But you still took their blood money.
But I took their money. That's for damn sure. Give me something, I'm going to do it. But I didn't listen to them. And when I was confronted at my job and they said, if you don't take this shot, you're going to get fired. I said, then you're going to have to fire me. And then, thank God, they changed it before I could get fired. But I didn't take their bullshit either. But my point is that what am I supposed to do then? Am I supposed to just sit back and take it and watch everything burn? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to go to work every day, listen to these stories, watch babies die, watch drugs and people just laying on the streets, shitting themselves because they're high up their asses, and I'm supposed to just sit back and watch it? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yep. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I want this country to be better, not only for me, but for my kid, for maybe my kids' kids, for whatever, for the future generations. It needs to change.
But it's not going to.
Somebody's got to stop it.
It's not going to. It's over. Where do you see? I'm going to tell you why it's over. Tell me where I'm wrong. Here, I'll give you one question that tells me 100% that it is over, and it's never coming back. Where is the patriot that's in any leadership position? Where is that patriot that's strong enough, a General Schwarzkopf, a General Eisenhower, somebody of that caliber of strength to lead us out, because what we have now on any side, Trump was close. Trump definitely had patriotism in him. He definitely did, but he's also a fuck up. So, that's why he was so easily taken out, because because his ego was bigger than his patriotism. And that's why they were so easily removed him. There's nobody of that caliber anymore left. There's no one.
Well, and that's what bothers me. There's a lot of social media warriors out there that like to put their opinions out there and like to say how bad everything is and how rough it is. And I guess kind of like me, but somebody's got to actually stand up and do it. And how do you take on the government? How do you take on somebody like an asshole like Biden? How do you do it? I don't know. I don't know what the answers are. That's what I'm asking. But I think somebody needs to do it. Somebody needs to stand up. We have patriots in this country.
We do.
I know there are tons of people that believe the same things that I believe. I know there are tons of people that want to stand up and do it. How do you do it? And who's the one that can? I don't know.
How did they do it in the past? They took to the streets, which tells me that we don't have it now because nobody's taking to the streets for that. The only ones taking to the streets are the other side.
The people like in your background. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who takes to the streets, or the Antifa fucks. You do not have patriotic people taking to the streets. You do not have patriotic people lining up saying, do not shop at this place or that place. We have, of all the goofy bullshit that's going on, there's been exactly one successful boycott, the Bud Light thing. And that's only because straight men don't want to be labeled as faggots. Well, that's the only reason.
And now UFC just signed a contract with them.
Yeah, of course. And UFC sold their soul for it. It's a losing battle, dude.
And Cheryl, I love you, but ask Jim Jordan. I love Jim Jordan. I think Jim Jordan is a great Republican, great conservative, and I love him. And every time that we have him on the air, I love hearing from him. I think he's got great ideas and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the Republican Party in general, not Jim Jordan, but the Republican Party in general is letting me down. They're letting me down because we don't fight dirty. The left will fight dirty. They don't care.
That's true.
The right will sit there and they will cross every T. They'll dot every I. They won't talk bad. And they'll sit there and they'll put up with this. And they won't rally together. They won't rally the people together to stop this. We need a left versus right. It's good versus evil.
Yeah.
And we need it to end. But the good won't stand up.
Dude, we need violence. I'll call it what it is. And I'm not calling for violence, but I'm saying that's the only solution is straight up violence, because that's what's taken the left all the way over has been the violence. Whether it's been the Antifa or whether it's been the destroying cities and, burning down Ferguson and burning down the cities in 2020, all that stuff. It was violence. But on this side of it, we're always trying to find the rational way to discuss this. No, you know what you need to do? Where's my gun? You need to take one of these, take this end of it, and bash somebody in the fucking teeth. And if enough people bash them in the fucking teeth, guess what? They won't run their fucking mouths anymore. And the more people that get their teeth bashed in, the more it will stop. But it's not going to stop by having a strong debate amongst this and that. That's never going to solve it.
It's not going to solve anything. It's not going to solve it even a little bit.
No. Violence.
Stupid ass Republican debate tonight ain't going to solve it.
No. Violence is the only thing that's going to solve it, and there's not enough strong people on the right side. The ironic thing is that the right side has all the power. They have all the guns. They have all the weapons. They're the ones that served in the military. They're trained for it.
Well,
but they won't stand up for it.
Biden said that our guns won't be anything against their planes with bombs.
Yeah, well, Biden could suck a fucking dick.
Threatening his own people. I'll give it a year before you hear about crazy left-wing teacher kidnapping a child, the big groomed into questioning their sex and having them pumped full of puberty blockers because of issue 1. Charlie, of course it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Make sure you're checking out Charlie's Auto Repair in Lakewood. Charlie's Auto Repair in Lakewood is like the best place in the world. He's a staunch Republican. He believes in your Second Amendment and was anti-issue 1 to no end. And on top of that, he's really good at fixing cars. So Charlie's Auto Repair on Madison Avenue, Lakewood. Check them out.
Cool.
Support the man.
Yes, please. Yeah, look what happened January 6th. Notice how quickly the guy that pulled the fire alarm 2 months ago, that story disappeared.
Oh no, he pled guilty and they didn't do anything to him.
Yeah, they what they do is say, well, don't do it again, because you did it for a just cause.
Cheryl is cracking me up, man. Cheryl is like, when she called in this morning, we were talking about Satan and everything else, and now she's Biden. Yeah, I love you, Cheryl. We are now on the same page together.
Right.
Oh man, yesterday was so disappointing, and I am angry.
I couldn't tell.
I just I would love to think that maybe there was a reason I didn't die when I was in the hospital a year ago or a year and a half ago, and
right,
that I could help be one of the people that raise this country up into something great again, but I can't. We need strong leadership. We need strong people to make these decisions and to get out there and start this fight. I'll join the fight, but we need people to get out there and get it going. Get this movement going that needs to happen.
Yeah. And and the biggest thing that people need is they need, when the labels start getting thrown around, they need to stand up to it. They need to just say, okay, fine, I'm a bigot, I'm a racist, I'm a homophobe, whatever, because I don't care what you think. At some point, you have to be able to wear the labels that this other side uses as a weapon. And that's the biggest failing that the Republicans have right now. They always try to tap dance around the left's standards. They always try to tap, they'll say something. They'll say, this law is crazy. Well, what are you, a homophobe? Oh, no. I'm for all people. That's where you say, yeah, by your standard, I am a homophobe, but you're still a fucking moron. You got to stand up. You got to take the labels. Because we're in a feeling society.
Charlie, just so you know, politically incorrect mechanic, they've already started signatures to take your guns away, my friend.
They ain't taking nothing.
Oh, they're taking it.
They ain't taking the guns.
Come March, they are taking your guns.
Not mine. I'm telling you, I might be dead in March then, because they ain't taking mine.
5 years for being invited into the Capitol. Look, I know people that were there at the Capitol on January 6th, and luckily they got away from the stairs before they got arrested.
Yeah.
But I know they were contacted by the authorities.
Men in black, yeah.
Well, let's get it started. I would be one of the first people on that line, with my cane and all. I would be raising my fists or whatever I got, and I would be ready to rock. But no, we need strong people to do it. We do. We just need somebody to. Huh? There needs to be another revolution.
Yeah.
Because there is a revolution going on right now. There's a revolution on the left. There's a revolution of political activist crap, political correctness crap, political bullshit from progressive liberals that is going on.
Is it really a revolution if nobody's fighting it? If nobody's fighting back, is it really a revolution?
I guess not. I guess there is no revolution.
It's just a change.
We need to go. We need to start it. We need to start fighting back. And we'll get banned on 3 of these different platforms.
We're not calling for violence.
No, no violence at all.
We're not
fighting
calling
back
for it. We're just saying that it has to happen. We're not calling for it.
I don't think it's bad to say I want to fight back against the killing of babies. I don't think that that's wrong to say. I just don't.
Banned!
Look, I'll concede the weed, man. You got it. It's fine. Enjoy it. Smoke up. Maybe the left will get so fucking high that they won't know what's going on when we fight back.
Well, that could be too. It could happen.
I wiped the fuck out after last night. I couldn't focus at all today. My entire body hurts, and I left work early. Well, go hide your guns because they're coming for them. I stood up before. I shouldn't even put that up there.
Whatever. Who cares about you?
I don't want her to get in trouble. No, I just don't want her to get in trouble.
Oh, they're not coming after. It's been so diluted now. They're not going to arrest anybody new.
Also, we'll never see another Republican president again. Those days are over with. I thought, when as bad as Biden is doing, as horrible as this fool is making this country, with the inflation, with the wars, with the, all this crap, I thought for sure it's going to be a shoo-in for the Republicans. Now I don't think so. I think people are just fucking nuts, and they're going to vote for this guy again, or whoever the Democrats put up. It ain't going to be a Republican. That's for damn sure. There's nobody strong enough to even take him on.
It's got to be.
He's going to be in jail. They're going to throw that guy in jail, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That might not be Biden either. He might be in jail too.
Somebody wants to know how Charlie Shop is doing. Wants to find that out. Biden isn't running this country. I don't believe he is either. I mean, this is an Obama part 3.
Yeah, it is.
The same guy, Obama, who, they all want global warming is going to kill us all, and we need to drive electric vehicles. Who bought $15 million worth of property underwater that's going to be under the water apparently in a couple of years.
Now that's
details.
Irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
That's what's going to be. Try to take my property. You better be bringing your own body bag.
That's how most of us feel with the guns. I'll say this, and I'm not advocating it, but I am going to say it. The only way you get the guns is if they're empty, because ain't nobody giving it up without emptying every round they own out. There ain't no way is that happening.
Well, I'm ready to wrap this thing up. What are you doing? You're going to see Pantera?
I am. I'm going to go see Pantera in Detroit on Friday.
Where are they playing? At the
Ford Field.
Oh, Ford Field?
Yep.
And you're going to leave before Metallica? That's almost criminal.
No, it ain't. I've seen Metallica. I've literally seen Metallica 43 times.
Yeah, but you're going to drive up, and Pantera's going to play what? Like 45
an hour?
Set?
Play an hour.
You're going to drive 3 hours to see an hour set.
Yeah. Honestly, because my shoulder was all dicked up in the summer and I couldn't go see Pantera in Pittsburgh, if I would have gone to the show in Pittsburgh, I would have just sold my ticket. I don't even really want to go. I only want to go to see Pantera. So I'm going to go see Pantera and I'm going to come home. I'll be home by midnight instead of... If I stay, then I got to deal with traffic getting out of a stadium. So that's an hour. And then 3 hours back. So it'll be like 4 or 5 in the morning, 3, 4 or 5 in the morning to get home.
The good thing is you can stop every other half mile on your way to Detroit once you get into Michigan and buy some pot.
Yeah, but I don't need to.
We'll give you a rascal, Seth. That's what I need. When we go on our march and we start storming the streets, I need one of those little rascal things you see at Walmart or something.
Right.
I refuse to use those, by the way.
Yeah. After Pantera leave. I'm going to be doing that metal person, Jay. I'm not staying. I thought about it, even staying at a hotel room. Then it's another $150 for a hotel room and then meals. Because I mean, technically I have tickets for both Friday and Sunday. I could go see Metallica Friday and Sunday if I wanted to. But I just don't want to.
Well, that's a shock. I would...
No, I've seen it. I've seen it, and I've seen them when they were better.
So am I, but I still want to see it.
Dude, that stage blows. It's like watching 4 guys that aren't even in a band together. The stage is too big. It's too big. You can't see. In 90% of the place, you don't have good view lines.
Well,
it's just not. It's not for me.
Are we marching? Yes, I would love to. I want to. We're going to start a revolution on this show, Chris. That's our plan. We're going to make our mark. We need sponsors. We're going to start a revolution, and that's going to be it. We're going to get everyone behind us and in front of us because I don't want to get hurt. So we're going to march the streets. We're going to take over, and we are going to be the patriots to get this thing rolling.
All right. Works for me. Although I don't think there's any amount of revolution that's going to stop this train at this point. But
until then, I'm going to be going to Morton's on Friday night and having dinner with Travis Mills.
Having a nice big old steak.
Yeah, Travis Mills. Travis Mills is the guy who lost all 4 limbs.
Yeah.
Fighting for this country.
I bet he wouldn't serve for this country today. Ask him that when you see him.
I'll
ask him with everything that he's sacrificed for this country, if he was to join today, or if he had the opportunity to join today, if he would. I would be very curious to know his answer to that.
And before we go, I do want to say thank you to all the veterans out there, including you, Chris.
Thank you.
Veterans Day is this weekend, and I want to thank everybody for their service. And you are a veteran, and so I salute you, my friend, and I appreciate you and everything that you did.
Thanks. Much appreciated. I always appreciate the Veterans Day love. I wish it happened for more veterans like every day when they're on the street.
Well, that's just it. And I try myself when I see a gentleman wearing
VFW or something,
a hat or shirt or whatever, I always stop and say thank you because they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
And having one day a year is ridiculous. Pride Month gets
a month for where you put your dick, but if you serve your country, you get 24 hours.
Yeah.
You don't even get as many hours as they get days.
And half the time, people don't respect you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous. But thanks, everybody, for listening. We appreciate it. What time in Morton's going to be there? Around 7:30, I believe. Thanks for serving, Chris.
Sure.
And God bless everybody. God bless this country, man. We need it. Thank you guys for listening. God willing, we'll talk to you again on Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great one.
See ya.